What's going on, YouTube? Ken USD, y'all know what it is. Road to FU money. I want to say this part like 12. Let me see. Check my channel real quick. Yeah. So we got part 12. We'll just go ahead and hop on the charts. It's 8:33 right now. I won't be taking the trade until 8:45 at the earliest. So I don't trade when the market opens, but 8:45 is when I actually look to maybe take a position. So what do we see right now? Okay. We go to the daily. We do have a bottom wick on the day, but not a substantial one. Ideally, we would like to see price come down a little bit more. This level is not only our previous hourly high, but it's also our previous, not our previous, but our daily EMA. So that's what that is. So let me just make this a daily level. So right here, do I want to use this one? Or yeah, I guess I could. So above this level, above this daily level, we should be able to buy through this high at 48.60. And above 48.60, we should be able to buy to 48.420. Not really much to see here on the daily. As far as the lower time frame goes, we have shifted to a bearish market structure. As far as like the 4 hour goes, like we're pretty bearish right now. But the daily overall, we are still, as you can see, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we actually have broken daily structure and turned bearish. But I'm sure you probably won't even, yeah, you can't even see that on the weekly. Like you can, it's right there, but overall higher high, higher low, possible higher high. 2 days left until this daily candle closes. Last week we were actually able to smack the weekly EMA. So what is it that I am looking for today? So solely because of the fact that just solely because the fact that solely due to the fact that I've been looking for sales for the past week or two. I still want to sell. But after yesterday, we broke through this high from November 20th. That was the previous hourly high that had not been breached. We breached it yesterday, and we have a decent bit of volume above it, a decent bit of price action above it. So what I'm looking for is for price to come down. I'll move an alert right to that level. Looking for price to come down, retest the high, trade back above that high, and actually inverse a gap. So I'm looking for something like this. Boom. Boom, boom. And I'm hoping for there to be some type of bearish gap right here in this range. So once we break back above the level, we also inverse the gap and we can keep it pushing. So that's all that I'm looking for today is a buy. Now, in order for us to sell, what do I actually see? I mean, it's pretty messed up, like where we're at right now, because below, let me just draw. Let me just draw. How the fuck do I do that though? All right, we'll just use a box. So above this level here, you just use this. So above this low, back below this low, we should be good for sales all the way through these lows. But back above this high, we should be able to get buys back up to wherever we end up stopping on this uptrend here. So that's two separate levels that are telling me two separate things once we get back here. So it's just a tough day. I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be a tough day. Whenever price gets to this key level, this support slash resistance level, whatever you want to call it, it's gonna be price action going on that we might not be able to understand, but we won't know until we get there. So, like I said, I'm just gonna let price get down here, and then we'll see what happens from there. But we do obviously see plenty of sell side liquidity sitting to the downside that we would obviously expect to get taken out. We just have a lot of liquidity levels, like a lot of them. So it's hard to say. Like, we have known US30 in the past to ignore certain levels, but all in all, US30 usually takes out all the visible levels before it continues in the direction that it wants to go. So, as of right now, I want to say I'm still bearish, honestly. I want to say that I'm still bearish. But we're just going to see how everything goes. We're going to do some research today, obviously, and just see exactly what we can do. It's not in my setup to take sales down to a key level. That's not one of the setups that I trade. But that looks good. That key level basically, like, we know price is going to retrace back down. What happens next is what we don't really too much know. But price coming back in this area here is pretty much a given. I'm sure some people will trade down to that area today. And that honestly might be the movement for the day, depending on how hard US30 is trying to break out of here. I will mark up the 4-hour gap that I seen here. We will mark that up because I was about to say, that's what I'm looking for. I thought we were getting a 4-hour closure at like 9 or 10, but price is saying it's going to happen at like 12. It doesn't quite make sense to me, but yeah, we're pretty locked in right now. When I actually see a trade setup playing out, I'll start the recording and just trade whatever I end up trading. If I end up trading anything live, not live, but I just record the whole process, post it up. Hopefully, it's a lot shorter than my last live trade video. Yeah, I'll see y'all next time.